And also, I want to give a shout out to Ned. His channel is my Philippine My Paradise. And for I got a very nice email from Mr. Steve Warden, Steph. For me and my husband, this is our first marriage. Actually, who will be in the right month is gonna be marrying my husband. I'd like to mention two of my subscribers comment about the toy boy from Grand Adan and Slim Jim. This is day 25 of my budget bungalow build. I'm running late today because my husband saw my video yesterday and he quite got upset. I called him and compared him to a dog. So I had to make it up this morning. So you can see, I'll show you what I have given him for breakfast. Mike, in the Philippines, you're asking that. I'll be showing you here. What you're looking at here is I'm cooking a big breakfast for my husband. He saw my video yesterday and he was not very happy compared to a dog, so I had to make up for it. So you can see here, I'm frying bacon. Then there will be some fried bread. I'm still doing the flat sausages, eggs, mushroom, baked beans, and hash browns. You will see the result in a few minutes. I usually fry my bacon out to a crispy brown color. Not like this. Take out all the fats. Then I'll start frying the bread slowly. But he's, like I said, he was upset being compared to a dog. So I'd like to say he's like a lion. So I could continue giving him cornflakes and porridge. In this other stove, I will be cooking the fried bread. I cut it in like soldiers. That's how he likes it. And then on the other side, you can see I'm browning up the bacon. And this is how I cook the bacon, that all the fats will be all crispy brown. And the sausage that we use here in this house is what I would buy in, it's actually made in the Philippines, but I buy this mostly in SNR, this round sausage, because only sometimes I see it in the local supermarket, but I know it's made in the Philippines. Like this, like you know, like the muffins in McDonald's. That's how my sausage is. So my husband's gonna have bacon, sausage, fried bread, fried eggs. So I need so it won't burn, this crispy brown. And then I'll do the eggs and then grill some mushrooms and the hash browns with baked beans. So I had 2 hash browns. I hope it doesn't it's not burn in my fryer. And while I'm waiting for my bacon to cook, here the bread starts to get brown. This is very tricky because you don't want to have it burn. And I only put a little bit of oil on it because you know bread soaks up the oil. And yeah, that's the fried bread. And I think the bacon is now started to all get brown, the sausage. So I put it down in lower fire just to keep it warm while waiting for the eggs, and then I'll just microwave the baked beans. So I'm now putting the eggs while browning up the fried bread. So that's how I cook my eggs, so it won't be all over the place. Then I'll drain out the fats from the bacon. Turn off. I'll just drain out the fat. Hang on, I need 2 hands. So this is the breakfast that he's gonna have this morning. The fried bread, the round sausages, a couple of them, and 3 little mushrooms, bacon, baked beans, hash browns, and eggs. So that's the big breakfast that I serve here in my household. Now you can see I'm walking on this side of the road because it's now 10 minutes to 1 o'clock. The sun is right here, so this side here is the one with shade. So that one where I usually go through is now where all the sunlight is. Now going through, I have to give some shout out or answer some of the questions that and comments that I was sent to and in my video today for a change. Now, Fralins and friends asked that, then he mind being compared to a dog? Well, I could say he's a lion. Personally, actually, he's like a lion in personal life and in business. Better to leave him alone. Happy to sleep, no fuss, do what he wants. But if you upset him, look what I end up with, cooking him his big breakfast. So I want to have a peaceful life. Just give the cornflakes and porridge, pour and go. Then spending 40 minutes in the kitchen. And also like in business, he will never stop his being ruthless. Together, we can be good business partners. But he's the lion, I'm the tiger. So I'm here now on day 25, 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I'm running late. So I have to check what's the progress and updates here on my day 25 build. So this is day 25, Tuesday, April 14, 2020. Day 24, the total yesterday was 4,370 for that day where we have the labor and the materials. The running total as of day 24 was 122,324 pesos. So, as usual, like the end of the day, I'll be giving you the total running costs for day 25. So, like I said, I'd like to answer some of the comments and also give out some shout out for some of my subscribers. And I will just start doing this today. So if I don't give you a shout out, and if you comment on the next future videos, I'll be doing that next time. So, like James living in the Philippines. The channel is Philippine Life Adventures. Yes, James. People do just find faults in anything that you say or anything that you do in your videos. And yet, you got some people who failed in their relationship so many times giving advices to people about relationship. Or you got genius businessman, which is really a laugh, giving advice on how to run a business here in the Philippines, and yet they never done it themselves. So, yeah, they find all the faults, but they forgot. I seen builds similar as this, but way out of budget. I mean, like, there's one I seen. I think it's that's the one that's a genius businessman. That $500,000 for his house unfinished, and that's similar build as this, and this is bigger. I haven't even finished this, but I know this is not gonna reach $250,000. And for those people that's asking me, how much is the build for this? You can see the total running cost every day. The reason why I'm doing this kind of vlogs is to give inspiration and to give ideas of pricing and build for those OFW brothers of mine and all the foreigners that's thinking of building their own house here in the Philippines, but they don't want to build it so expensively like I did. And also, there are 3 classes of build that I do. This is what I call low budget. The next projects I'm gonna do 2 or 3 houses there on my rental place, another houses to add to my portfolio, is what I called middle budget houses. Now, the ones I called no limit budget, which is high budget, is like my house. that until now I still have to add on and add on because, like I said, no limit budget. So I import all the rebars. I don't buy it from the local hardwares. The main build was from imported rebars, but only the slight ones that I buy in the hardwares. So that's what I called no limit budget. But this one is the low budget build. But even though this is called low budget, it is still strong than most houses here in the Philippines. You see, I got a header there, lintel, header, going through the columns, connecting all around the house. See that? I didn't see that in that 500,000 house of similar build, or that 100,000 house. I mean house or school that I just featured recently. So a lot of this claiming thing that, oh, it's cost this and cost that. This is the purpose of this video series that I'm doing, is to give you the real cost of how much it costs. I'm here living in Cebu City with high cost materials, although I get it from costs, but you do still can get it from costs. You just have to do the right thing, like picking them up yourself. Then you can haggle. And also, what can help is also paying in cash. They do sometimes do the talk is cash. And especially, some merchants will ask you if you want receipts. So, also those are factors to consider of lowering down the costs, are those things, cash, or getting receipts, or picking them up yourselves. Less hassle for the merchants. Now, I'll have to read some of the comments. Scott Brown is asking me, how many blocks did I use for this build? Actually, Scott, every day I count the blocks has been used, materials has been used. But when I started with 1,100 blocks, 4-inch. And out of those 1,000, you can see the usage that I do every day or every time that we have a block work. And those 100 is for allowance that I made for breakage. So I have estimated about 1,000 blocks for the whole house, including the septic tank. But so far, we have about 300 left and we're almost there. So it seems getting near to what I estimated it for when I bought the blocks before we start. So, like I said, for whole this, including the septic tanks and the division for the toilet and the countertops, the small countertops there for the kitchen, is 1,100 blocks of 4-inch hollow blocks. And for, I got a very nice email from Mr. Steve Warden. Warden, because he really gave me a very nice email, was very inspiring. Thank you very much, Mr. Step Warden, because it is indeed, I'm trying to give you ideas and how you can build economically but still strong. It only takes the right proper management, looking for the proper builder. Because when I was building my castle before, I hire and fire. If I don't like your performance, next week you won't be coming back. Because that's part of having a budget. Like this one, you will see when it's finished, that is far, far better and also far stronger than some of the houses that you see around the Philippines. And it costs so much than what I have been spending on this. So Mr. Step Warder, Mr. Step Warder, thank you so much, sir. I hope you continue supporting my channel. And then anything that you want to ask about the Philippines, you can freely ask me through email or even on the comments. And I will be gladly to try my best to help you and to give you direction the right procedures and anything about the Philippines. What you're looking at here are the water containers that's usually used around here because our water source are coming from the river. We just dug a hole on the river or beside the river. Mine is on the river, in the middle of the river, and we just put a hose there and it will pour and start pumping it out from there. So to answer the question of Eka Ben, he can't see any electrical or plumbing provision. No, your eyesight did not trick you. You have no problems with your eyesight. In fact, no, I don't have provisions for electrical or plumbing yet. For electrical, my plan was just to transfer, as requested by the old couple, to transfer their electric connections like they had in their house. Maybe add a few more new wirings or upgrade a breaker and a couple sockets or what. Sometimes they just said make it simply as it is because they're more concerned about their electric bill. If I had to put in more, because the grandchildren will be there charging their stuff. So the simpler their electrical connection, the happier they will be. So that's what I plan. And also, I'll be only surface mounting any electrical connection I'm gonna do in this house. Not unlike mine that I got 3-way, 2-way switch and plugs everywhere because I don't like extension wires. And for the plumbing, you can see I have a connection here for the septic tank, from the toilet thing to the septic tank. You can see there's the pipe, and that's where the toilet area, and will be the septic tank. You can see the pipe there. Now, like I said, the plumbing, I won't be putting anything because this is how they do it here. They do it by the buckets. Even though you have a connection inside, the old couple is not used to it. So they pump their water straight into the buckets here. Now, if I had to have a overhead tank, then it requires a motor. Then it will gonna be using the electric, which they are not happy about, to pay higher electric bills every month. So to keep everybody happy, keep my costs, keep the old couple happy to what they are used to, then the plumbing system will be as simply as the septic tank, toilet, and then they will do the bucket like they're used to. They might put a little barrel there like they plan for flushing it out. Then when they want to pump the water in, they just simply pull the hose that you can see there on the ground and put it there in their barrels instead of spending on the motor and electric to pump out the water to the top tower so it can gravity feed on the house. They want it as simple as they can be. Keeps everything happy, and there's no upheaval to what they're used to. So no, Eka Ben, there is no provision for plumbing system, only the bucket type, but only the sanitary provisions. And for the electric, it will be surface mounted to keep their electric bill every month at the minimal. What you see there is old man Tony tightening up all the metal work. What I mean is the column beam, which is the tie beam on the header, and making sure that the lintel rebars will be tied in tightly to the columns, because this side is the first one that we're gonna pour. He will just put the rebar provision for the both side before we do the forms. So what he's doing now is tightening up everything. And also I want to give a shout out to Ned. His channel is my Philippine My Paradise. He does give good information in that channel, well research and factual facts that he says about the Philippines. That's another channel that you can visit for foreigners interested about Philippines without the fake begging and fake emotional heartstring begging. That's another with integrity channel here in the Philippines that you can check out. Philippine My Paradise, and the moderator there is Ned, or the owner of the channel is Ned. Thank you so much for the constant support. Thank you so much for the information that you share in your channel. And here is our latest day 25 build. Also, another subscriber, Phil, American Filipino, I mean. Phil is this name. Actually, he's saying about people that changes relationship are degenerates. Personally, I agree. For me and my husband, this is our first marriage. Actually, who will be in the right man is gonna be marrying my husband. The same thing he thinks about me, but we have been married for 23 years and we still going strong. We have a good laugh and we do things together, mostly, especially business. And like I said, this is our first marriage for both of us, and we both believe in the same thing. You do your bed and you lie on it. We are always talking out our problems together, make our plans together, and do what we prefer. He wants to be left alone like a lion. I'm the extrovert. That's why I'm having a channel. Instead of just, I need to see people. I'm the people person. So I'm the extrovert of the family. So, and my channel is one way that I connect with people. So my husband let me be, but sometimes he does check and watch my videos. So that's why I got have to make up for what I've said yesterday. So I had to make a good breakfast this morning. Yes, Phil, thank you very much. And like I said, we are 23 years going strong. Going back now to my second check of the day for my day 25 budget bungalow build. I'd like to mention two of my subscribers comment about the toy boy from Grand Adan and Slim Jim. So I just want to ask my husband about, hon, would you like to consider having a toy girl? And you know what's the answer? He wants a time machine. So I said, why, you want to relive our 23 years of marriage? No, only 15. Why you 15? What happened to the 8 years? Yeah. The first 15 was when you were still slim and good looking and not such a meek, sweet wife. And the last 8 years will be like the bitch that you are now. Ah, okay. So he's having porridge tomorrow. So going down now, I'd like to check what they've done for today, so you'll have the total. And I'm surprised how a lot of foreigners watch my channel or the series that I'm doing now, giving them the ideas of their future building plans when they want to retire or build a house here in the Philippines. And that is what is my purpose of doing this, to give you proper idea. And also the problem that they're also concerned that if they're a foreigner, will the price be different? So I said I'll address that tomorrow because I'm already here and it's 4:30 in the afternoon now that we're almost finished. So I'll just address that question tomorrow. Well, I'll have more time. This is the block work that's been done today. This room, the 4 sections of the room. So that 1, 2, 3, the central one, and outside here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 by 7 lines, and then that will be 56 plus the breakage I always had an allowance of 10 pieces for the breakage. So 66 blocks was used today, and 2 whole rebars, and 3 sacks of cement with the 4 sand and 1 cement mix. It's really dark when it's in the afternoon. I need to watch the screen. So this is now squaring up the whole room. So tomorrow they will be concentrating on finishing the header. So Fredo can now help Old Man Tony to make the beams, or this one here that they already done, and just turn around. I know it's dark because of the shade. That one they will try to pour this header tomorrow, the header beam. So all the, you can see that Old Man Tony is tying up everything there. He used 2 whole rebars for today, and he said just half a kilo of the tire wire. Half a kilo will be like 30 pesos. So, and then the filing of 3 cement with the 4 sacks of sand with it. So this is it. This is what we're gonna do tomorrow. They will be extending this side here ready before we close in and form that one. Make a form on the columns as well, and this column, and also that. So there will be 4 columns to be poured tomorrow, and they will be making provision on that side. So it's quite hard, dark when you're in that, on that area there. But that side, I'll just try to catch it there. And then we will be doing the toilet filing of the blocks here last, after we poured all the header, so it will be easier to move around. Anyway, it's just a small worktop and a small toilet here for the old couple. So this is now day 25. So what I'm expecting this week, will be able to pour half of the header, if not a full header, for the whole week until Saturday. Then we will be doing the roofing, which is what we prioritize to do in order for it to be convenient for our rendering. So tomorrow the Lord will be back digging the septic tank, which is located here on the back. Be located here in the back, and you see the Lloyd there trying to get some leaves of the jackfruit tree to give to Scammy, because Scammy is now almost giving birth. So hopefully that will be the target this week. End of Saturday, like I said, all the filing of the blocks for the main part is done. Then we will be concentrating on the header. I hate this when it's in the afternoon. You have to catch the light. So we're doing now 4:45, and thank you, Fredo. Loy! 4:45. I think Fredo will just finish the last bit. That's only the last part anyway. They're looking for the Lloyd, because Old Man Lito cannot carry the whole box like a bucket like that of cement. He's only doing it by a spade. Okay, basig kuwang na tayo. So it's now 4:45. I think that will be done. So that's 66 blocks for today, with 3 cement, 2 whole rebars and half a kilo of the tire wire. There. So header now is the first header is now ready for forms. So it's coming along. You know the excess bars there, that will hold on to the trusses that we're gonna make for wooden trusses. To add strength to the wooden trusses as well. That will be tied up to the wooden trusses. This is how we make it.